life is definitely stranger than fiction. I have just learned in the last 5 minutes before coming on the air that Nicolas Cage in 1998 starred in a Hollywood movie as a populist, rabble-rousing politician called Charlie Kirkland, and he was assassinated by a bullet to the neck by somebody called Tyler. Tyler, yeah? Tyler Robinson, the man who assassinated Charlie Kirk to the neck. In parenthesis, I also just learned in the last 5 minutes from my good friend Clark, a Scotsman like myself, that in the 1890s, somebody called Ingersoll Lockwood published a series of novels called the Baron Trump Adventures. And the said Baron Trump is brought to Earth in a time machine in Times Square by a rocket man called Elon. I am not making any of this up. So Charlie Kirkland, played by Nicolas Cage, was shot in the neck by a guy called Tyler. Well, you, like me, may be beginning to think that the Charlie Kirk affair is itself a Hollywood movie because it has more moving parts, more patsies, more decoys, more obvious lunatic assertions by the state. I mean, Lee Harvey Oswald and Jack Ruby was nothing compared to the foolishness of what you've been told to believe by the state in the United States of America about the murder of Charlie Kirk. I told you I was one of the first in the world to say this. That terrible wound from which you saw Charlie Kirk's life's blood leaving his body was not the entry wound, but was an exit wound. And that is now proven beyond peradventure. Now that's important because if that was the exit wound and the entry wound came from the other side, that means Tyler ain't the shooter. And it means that gun isn't the murder weapon. And you have to ask yourself, if they're lying about the shooter, if they're lying about the murder weapon, they're lying about the whole thing. It's obvious. They're trying to tell you a furry. My God, I never thought I'd live long enough to know what a furry was. And I now know more about furries than I ever wanted to know. A furry whose boyfriend, girlfriend is a trans and who was found wandering on a roof but didn't have a weapon that was found in the woods. He's the patsy, all right. He may even believe that he was involved in it. He may have been told it was a Nicolas Cage movie. He may have been told anything, but he wasn't the shooter. And that weapon with the scope on wrong, such that it would have blown his eye out if he'd fired the shot from a Mauser, that wasn't the murder weapon. The murder weapon came from far more up close and personal. And personal may be a vital qualifier in the statement I have just made. Because it seems to me that who killed Charlie Kirk knew Charlie Kirk and maybe knew him very well. I've only got time, I think, to